It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. So, the backlash and the aftermath of Will Smith walking up on the Oscar stage, smacking Chris Rock, is still going, and it's still continuing. And I'm going to give you some of the latest updates and what's going on, and we're also going to talk about our girl Normani. So it looks as though the majority of people in Hollywood are team Chris Rock. I see most people that, are in the rap community. Most of the rappers are team Will Smith. And I don't know if that has to do with him being a former rapper or just a part of him walking up and smacking somebody that they consider as talking smack or what have you. No pun intended. But I was looking at a poll on Twitter and it was 82% team Chris Rock. All of them released, not all of them, but of course the Academy released a statement. Will Smith went back and gave a full-fledged apology to Chris Rock. And of course, Jada Pinkett Smith knows she has to capitalize off it. This is a time for healing and I'm here for it. And now I hear Will is going on Red Table Talk to capitalize off this his final time. I mean, you knew it was going to happen though. You knew it was going to happen. So now he's going to go on Red Table Talk and say what? The Academy is really down on Will right now. They are investigating, looking into this. I don't believe that they will make him give it back. But there are a lot of people calling out there saying they think Will should give that Oscar back. We know he's not going to. But a lot of people are saying that. Whoopi Goldberg came out and she said that it was a terrible thing that Will Smith did. She's team Chris Rock. The baby spoke, and of course he's team Will Smith. Will Smith for president. I mean, come on. Jim Carrey, with some very strong words against Will Smith. He said that basically Hollywood, we're not the cool kids anymore. And Hollywood is spineless and gutless for giving Will Smith a standing ovation after he, smacked Chris Rock. He said you can't go up on stage and just smack people. He also made a very good point. He said if this had been a normal person and they walked up on stage to smack Chris Rock, well, they would be escorted out and probably put in jail. Gayle King tried to, come to Will's defense. Oh, well, they asked Chris if he wanted to have Will arrested. He said no. And then Jim Carrey said he probably didn't want the hassle. Can you imagine what they would have said if he would have did that? Just imagine if Chris Rock would have said, I'm pressing charges. So we're going to see how all of this plays out. But right now, most of Hollywood that I've seen, they're for Chris Rock. And they're saying what Will did was gutless. And now it also came out, allegedly that from what I've heard, Chris Rock had no idea. Remember I mentioned that. Chris Rock had no idea that Jada even was suffering with the disease, with the illness. At least according to people, that's what we hear. He had no idea she was suffering with that. If that is true, that puts a whole different light on it. If he truly didn't know. Which I did bring up in my previous video. I said, what if he didn't know that she had this illness? What if he didn't know that? So he's saying he didn't know, or according to the reports that we got. And Chris Rock has still yet to make any comments. All right. Zoe Kravitz came out and made a comment, and she's getting dragged all over Twitter. Zoe came out and said, apparently, we are able to smack people now. I believe she's getting dragged because People say that she never speaks up, for blacks. So now all of a sudden, she's saying we are apparently assaulting people on stage now. She says here, Zoe took to social media. She said, here's a picture of my dress at the show where we are apparently assaulting people on stage now, Kravitz wrote in the caption. She then says, here we go. She said, in what appears to be a deleted comment, so she now deleted this comment. What appears to be a deleted comment, Kravitz have responded to a fan who asked her if she supported Smith. Right? And let's see. Asked her if she supported Smith for defending his wife. Zoe Kravitz called out Will Smith and says she doesn't support the way the actor chose to defend Jada Pinkett Smith. Nope, she says. In the short amount of time that has passed since Will Smith slapped Chris Rock for joking about his wife Jada Pinkett's hair, Smith, of course, has apologized to the Academy and to Rock for acting out of emotion. And Zoe Kravitz is getting dragged for that. Now, people just look for reasons. Black people don't really rock with Zoe Kravitz like that. They always say that they think she's tone deaf and she don't really support the black community. So maybe that's the reason why she's getting dragged, but I don't think she said anything wrong here. Right? I don't think she said anything wrong here. So that's what's going on with that. In my opinion, I still stand by what I said. I think Will Smith should have approached him behind the scenes. You wait till the commercial break. If you want to go press him behind the scenes, you go do that then. I do look a little bit deeper into it and want to offer another perspective. Will Smith did say in his book, in his first few pages, that with all the success and money that he has, he's always felt as though he's lived his life as a coward. He's lived most of his life as a coward. And the reason why he said that is because his mom, he watched his father beat up on his mom. And he said when he had a chance to do something about it, 9 years old, he really didn't do anything. He didn't grab his father. He didn't try to stop him. He didn't defend his mother. And he said, the one woman that I loved at that time, I didn't protect her and didn't defend her. Well, maybe if you're looking deeper into this, maybe Will said, you know what? Here's the woman that I love now, and it's happening again. And I'm not going to miss the opportunity to defend the woman that I love like I, missed that opportunity with my mom. And it obviously has bothered him for many, many years because he said at certain times he felt like committing suicide. He also said that once his dad got old and paralyzed, he often had thoughts of, you know what, now I can get you back and do what I didn't do then, and pushing him down the steps. He said he always thought about maybe I can push him down the steps. So it's not in defense of Will Smith. It's not, an excuse, but it may be an explanation. That's all I'm going to say. But again, no defense. Will Smith at that point in time is still a joke. And if it was bothering you that bad, you wait till the commercial break. You go behind the scenes and press Chris Rock. And if he says something slick, you punch him behind, because you don't walk up on stage and, punch this man. That tape is going to stay on the internet forever. Chris Rock has to live with that forever. That's if for people, half the people saying it's not real, or fake, whatever, regardless of whether it's real, whether it's fake, whatever you think it may be, he still has to deal with that embarrassment for the rest of his life. Moving on to Normani. People are dragging Normani for her record flopping. I mean, it is really disgusting because I'm sitting here seeing an article that people put up saying that Cabela, whatever her name, that girl's name is, I always forget. Her fan base is calling Normani a flop. Now, the thing that about that is, if Camilla's fan base is calling Normani a flop, Normani can definitely not depend on no black people to back her up, because black people are calling her a flop just as much as Camilla's fans. So, I'm looking at some of the things on Twitter. Then there's some people that are saying, "Oh, y'all know that Normani liked Zoe Kravitz tweet." I mean, what? What does that have to do with anything? Normani liked Zoe Kravitz tweet, and they're saying that I'm seeing fake Normani pages, what they call Nation, or Normani Nation page, whatever. I'm seeing fake Nation pages that are really insulting Normani. If these are her fans, if these are really her fans, I'm like, man, the things they're saying doesn't seem like something a fan would say. So, I feel bad for Normani for, I don't know where all these enemies came from. I don't understand where all the enemies came from. I'm not even going to say it. But it's more than just, if Camilla fans are doing it, trust me, it's more than just them. For some reason, Normani seems like she has a lot of hate in the industry, and I don't see where it came from. If I'm Normani, like I said about Danny Lay, if I'm Normani, get away from the black community, man. Get away from R&B music. I mean, go work with Dr. Luke and go move into a white area and concentrate on just pop music, man, because your black audience, they're not gonna do nothing for you. Yeah, that's already obvious. They're not gonna do nothing for you. They're gonna bring you down more than help you. So, shout out to Normani. I like the record. I mean, hopefully she can get this right. The next record, following the footsteps of Pink, like I told Danny Lee, following the footsteps of Pink. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.